In 1974, IRA bombs exploded in two crowded Birmingham pubs. 21 people were killed in the most devastating terrorist attack yet on the British mainland. Within 3 hours, 5 men had been detained by the West Midlands crime squad. The next day, another suspect was arrested. They became known as the Birmingham Six.
And I noticed out of the corner of my eye, the bloke standing outside the door. And there's a cop standing there. And he's got 2 38s. He's got one round his waist. And he's got a shoulder holster. And I remember looking, I'm thinking the same thing now, even as I'm talking to you. When I looked at him, I was thinking to myself, fuck me, some poor bastard's in for a rough ride. And I never dreamed for 1 second it had anything to do with me.
Although they claimed their confessions were beaten out of them, the 6 men were convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment.
We didn't go for trial to be tried, we just went to be sentenced.
The Guildford Four, doing life for another IRA bombing the same year, also protested their innocence. But for 10 years their pleas were rejected until new evidence came to light.
No, I'll not return to see more sorrow.
The campaign for the release of the Birmingham Six and Guildford Four was building up, and people wanted us to go and do benefit shows, and I just thought the right way probably to go about it would be, in fact, if I could get Shane to write a song about it.
It's not meant to be a happy song, you know. You're meant to feel bad enough to fucking do something, you know.
Terry Woods came up with that lament at the beginning, that Streets of Sorrow thing, which is kind of part of the song, really.
So farewell, you streets of sorrow.
And he just comes pounding into this, into the actual Birmingham Six, which is like, just anger really just comes welling up.
There's a come with this fire up and touch it and fuego. Felt up promotion, still don't sign. When Irish are unpleasant at the wrong side.
I thought it was a joke at first when I heard about it, that McGowan was going to do a song. And the attitude that I had was, I'll believe it when I know it's out, like. And eventually, like, when I did, I was absolutely, I couldn't thank him enough, like.
Seen as a pro-IRA song, the cry for justice for both the Birmingham Six and the Guildford Four was ignored.
There were very sinister forces at work, I think. They were trying to stop any airplay of this track.
But they're worried because they know we're right.
While Auntie Beeb got her knickers in a twist, the exciting world of youth television took the plunge.
And what happened was they let the band play. The band was still playing, and I noticed that transmission had gone to commercials.
The band mysteriously disappeared from our screens, and to this day, no one appears to know why.
This was going to become a big political issue, and the last thing they wanted was people like McGowan educating the public about the Birmingham Six.
The IBA made the ban official after the Home Secretary amended the Anti-Terrorism Act to stop us hearing, and we quote, terrorist organisations or their supporters.
Today I spoke to their deputy leader, Rory O'Connor, who under broadcasting restrictions must inhale helium to subtract credibility from his statements.
Sinn Féin is a legitimate political party.
Which supports terrorist action.
Your tone is antagonistic and you're making me very angry.
Under the ban, we're unable to play you part of the song, but we are allowed to quote from it. There were 6 men in Birmingham, in Guildford there's 4, that were picked up and tortured by the law. And the filth got promotion, but they're still doing time for being Irish in the wrong place and at the wrong time.
Banned for what? You know, it's just straightforward police state repression of freedom of speech, you know, censorship.
The fact that it wasn't heard was a great shame, not just for us, but also for McGowan, for the band itself, you know, because the lyrics were so true to the day.
There was nothing you could really do about it. I think the fact that they banned it showed the power of the song itself.
juggles and screws, touches the innocent run of the accused. We're a price of promotion, justice to serve, but a judgment.
I try to contain our case here. But for people like McGowan, they take the message worldwide.
On March the 14th, 1991, 2 years after the release of the Guildford Four, the Birmingham Six emerged from the Old Bailey free men, and the ban on the Pogues protest song was quietly lifted.
Yes, it was a tremendous rush, you know what I mean, like, you know, because I didn't actually think when I wrote that song they ever were going to get out.
Justice! I don't think them people in there have got the intelligence, nor the honesty to spell the word, never mind dispense it. They're rotten!
Possibly it helped in a very, very, very small way, but I think, you know, the people who really did it were the, you know, the people who sort of like just dug and until they actually got the proof that was needed.
As a protest song, it's up there with the best, and it'll be there forever to remind people that this kind of stuff goes on, you know, goes on all the time.
Well, they all came around one by one to say hello, you know, to say thanks for giving us a hand to get out, you know what I mean? And
I remember when he came in, he got up off the settee, he just threw his arms around me, and he just picked me up and he whirled me around the floor. He said, "I'm so happy," he said, "to see you out." And I said, "So am I," I said, "so happy to be out," like, you know.